how to take advantage of mentally limited people by saying stuff like this. Rico Buster keeps posting my wrong full name. Funny thing is, I'm not actually sure where he got that one from, so I'm going to have to look up whether or not I did a chaff and winnow on it. When I point this out, he will then double down and keep doing it. If I don't point it out, he'll keep doing it too, because he can't acknowledge he's wrong. The ego is strong with this one. Doing me a favor, get her done. You're chasing your tail, spelled a certain way, as well. This is from a person who says, look, heavy.com has a story just reposting what former sheriff, fired sheriff, Arpeggio said. No evidence, but I'm going to go ahead and review it. But thanks for the heads up about it. He's still wrong, and all of you are still wrong about this, and will always be wrong. Stop lying, WAPTEK. That wasn't my point. In fact, you can't find or make a video of one of these gyroscopes processing. Yes, we're processing. We're going to do another subject here, but here we go. You will see these move due to traveling a distance due to the Earth's rotation and would be useless in an aircraft since it wouldn't keep pointing down or pointing at artificial horizon. So a gyroscope would be off by 1 degree every 70 miles of travel, or every 4 minutes if it was holding still, or variations and combinations, without a pendulous unit erection mechanism, yes, I get to say it again, underneath it. How is me pointing all of that out disinformation if it's part of the patents, design, explanation, maintenance work, and every piece of information about the artificial horizon, which is not specifically just a pure gyroscope, every single piece of information about it, if you look just one layer deep, talks about that thing doing that, because it would be wrong every 70 miles or every 4 minutes by 1 degree. Why are you ignoring that? Because you don't care about what a pendulous unit erection mechanism is. and you don't care whether or not airplanes use gyroscopes. You just want to win a damned argument on the net. I'm very aware that people who do this kind of thing are just refusing to look up the information and do not care about what's really used in an airplane when they make a point about parts in an airplane. As soon as it's disproven, they'll just whip out something else out of their infinite bag of infinite arguments, gish galloping, because they don't care about what facts or fake facts they present, much like people phoning up birth certificates and college IDs badly and getting caught. They'll just move on to the next fake proof. In this case, having it shown to you in diagrams and patents and maintenance manuals and explanations for people who fly airplanes, in the past, gyroscopes actually used this object. Now they use a different technology entirely that relies on the universe itself. And so a lot more of them are unaware of this. So you take advantage of younger pilots, but the older pilots who actually relied on the artificial horizon to make sure they weren't flying upside down when they were trying to fly right side up, they'll tell you that you're wrong, and if you get in their face and call them a member of the Illuminati or some secret cabal, they'll punch you right in the face and break your face, I hope. I'd like to watch that. Sort of like ticking off an astronaut until he finally punches somebody when they really deserved it. And yeah, I'm advocating that people who are asshats like this, who are begging for it, get it. Go ahead. I know you guys will flag it eventually. This is like dealing with the Church of Scientology bull-baiting people. There's no difference. These are the same tactics. You're in the same category as some extremist, mentally ill people out there. A lot like people who go off and claim that Sandy Hook was a hoax, and then go off and literally imitate the person who did the murder. Or murders, excuse me. Or is that some other person he was impersonating? There is a mindset that goes along with this sort of crap that I hope doesn't spill over into violence. But a lot of people who claim the Earth is flat and chemtrails are real or whatever have said that they'll shoot people over this. Should I also bring up L. Ron Hubbard's .45 caliber solution? Should I bring up all of the other tinges of violence from people who don't listen and are just here to start a fight? They love the drama. They love the violence. They love the threats. They get off on the adrenaline rush. These people are now arguing basically for TKO. They want they want a decision on the fight. So they bring up things like, well, you said it a certain way or you typed it a certain way. and they take things out of context. I'd like to also point out that, yeah, I finally rewatched that video where Obama says he's a Muslim. No, he didn't. It's a series of things he said that people cut out parts and edited them badly so you could tell they were edited. He didn't say he was a Muslim, ever. Period. End of statement. He didn't. Yes, you can find a video that says that. You can also find a video that says, "Thank you, Smithers, for turning me on." That's someone editing together word bites in a cartoon. Might want to look that up. Basically, this is web rage, and this makes people immune to facts and obedient to whoever feeds them this stuff and wants them to be part of their little club. You want to be included in a club. You just don't want to be included in a club that actually studies reality. You want to be included in a club that's a trolling organization. You're not any different than 4chan that did Pizzagate. 4chan did Pizzagate. Nobody has actually gone ahead and looked up the rules of B for 4chan that actually includes all those words they said that are associated with Podesta and stuff. No, they're associated with 4chan because 4chan used to be a place to trade child pornography. None of you want to look that up? Nobody does that expose? The reason is that if I put up a video that includes those keywords, it gets flagged because it includes the keywords that are talking about that. So someone made up new keywords so that they could... You don't know why these word filter words are used? A lot of you are walking into a gigantic blender here when you post these videos. Denialism is something that has consequences, and it will. The automated systems that are used on the internet will just start very carefully taking note of everything you do and say. If you want to make sure that you do not get questioned, why did you post a fake story that actually had the effect of harming people? Stop posting fake stories. Double check them, see if they're fake first. Oh, well, it says what I want to hear. Well, that's fine. I'd love to post a lot of stuff I'd like to hear. The fact is that it's more fun for me to point out when someone's being lied to and explain it to them. And yes, someone came along to protect them from facts, and this is one of them. These people resist anyone trying to plant, quote, the seeds in the minds of the public that there is something outside of their little reality. And then they call you closed-minded for not just agreeing verbatim to everything they say and believe. Antagonistic comment sections aside, the argument's invalid about everything. And this was about a gyroscope. This is something technical. This is something understood. This is something people study. This is something that's been documented for cripes, nearly 100 years now of designs and experiments to make really good gyroscopes. The Earth isn't been proved flat by having gyroscopes work a certain way. And I'm sorry that Armored Skeptic didn't know that either. I posted the information, he didn't respond, but okay. Next one. I don't know what that light orb is in that picture that you show. In the video, if you actually watched it, dear unnamed person, I found out by comparing it to the background stars that it was a night when the moon was out. That was where the moon was. And it was the only light in the sky that night that's known about, and it was the moon. And you not wanting to acknowledge that it's the moon is not relevant. It isn't the moon. Why wouldn't it be the moon? Why does it have to be something fantastical? It was the moon. That was the night the moon was out. That was the position it was in. The video I posted actually showed that. Well, I want to use an almanac. That's nice, use an almanac. Almanacs are just generalized guides on what day to go out. And they're based on a specific location on the planet that you may not be in. Some people don't know that. There's a bunch of stuff out there in the world called reality, and it doesn't give a damn if you're aware of it because the world just keeps going. Augusta Picard was created for the entertainment purposes, for their entertainment purposes. Of course, this is from someone who's named their channel after Augusta. No matter what you do, you are trapped here with the rest of us. Yeah, we're all stuck on this planet, and that's actually my contention. We're stuck on this Earth that is round, and it's orbiting the sun, and it's reality. Next person. Are you making up stories about Pizzagate? I take it you're a denier. No, I'm pointing out that the group of people that created this story are notorious for posting fake stories for years now, before this was a term, fake news. And they're posting a story tongue-in-cheek referencing their own habit on their own site, 4chan, of discussing child pornography with code words. They just gave you different meanings for code words, like the word sauce. Sauce is a corruption of the word source. The reason for using this was word filters, because if you ask for the source of something, it would cause people to go look up stuff and post a link to where they got something, and that would be construed as posting spam. So they would ban you for doing that, so you had to use a corruption of the word, sauce. It has nothing to do with anything that the Podesta emails come with, or the code word chart. You guys are being fed BS by a group of people that do this all the time to make people look like fools. You're being told what you want to hear and given some really cool little puzzle to take apart, like the Da Vinci Code. It's just fake, badly faked, and it's tongue-in-cheek reference to their own rules of B and a bunch of other rules they have up, and a bunch of information about the subject. You could easily go look up, and you people won't do it. You're proof. You're fact proof. You're resistant to looking up something that would disprove your statement and make it to where you have nothing to talk about. I have plenty to talk about. You guys keep posting this crap. I can keep telling you to your faces as best I can that you're wrong. And I got to remind everybody, Rico Buster totally knows my entire name. Really? You posted that. I'm just going to point that out. I'm just going to poke you one more time. Now remember, double down and don't admit you don't have my name right. Why wouldn't I post fake names? Why wouldn't... There's no negative consequence for me posting the wrongful name. Wrongful. Idiot. Then there's a blank Alaska blog by Grumpy Moose that had a bunch of it. I'm just going to put a bunch of videos down below that have all sorts of subjects in them. Some of them are about these. Nibiru Planet X, latest Alaska weather cam troll caught eating the sun and moon. Nibiru will hit Earth March 2016. Important NASA employee confirms the Nibiru. Another video of Planet X Nibiru. Tiamat Marduk Nemesis. Your mom. Is this Planet X inbound? Watch this short video as 3 to 4 objects follow the path of the sunlight up the sky, because there's freaking lens flare. Learn how this planet system. It's not a system of planets. Is it a star system or planet system? Is it a solar system? What are you talking? Oh God, I hate. Ow, my head. Connects with Nibiru in Alaska. FAA webcam, 28th of April 2016. Ironic that this camera is located at a place called Red Devil. Yes, it's all part of a predictive programming that they named it Red Devil. Like Hell's Canyon and Death Valley. They're all very suspicious named. It's labeled Death Valley because you can die in it. On this map, or Sleet Mute, Alaska, April 2016, at this time, this is one of several today that shows, and then it trails off with a bunch of dots because the person just cut and pasted something and has been spamming people. But okay, I'll bite. I'll put the videos below. I don't normally do this, but meh. This was entertaining just because it was such a gigantic rant that really compressed down a lot better if you don't include all of the inserted non-viewable stuff like pictures. Why did you post an email as a comment on my YouTube channel? Seriously. And now let's go back to Rico Buster. Rico Buster's totally posting my full legal name. And again, you'll double down and not acknowledge that you got the name wrong. Or maybe that's what I want you to think. Meanwhile, my resume has been uploaded on the net for long enough that you can find out my full legal name because I had to include it so I could show a web presence with my full legal name to confirm that I was the person that they were talking to on the phone. And that got archived. You can go look it up. Pro tip, your legal name, full legal name, is not really a secret piece of data. And again, this is, hey, Rico Buster, thanks for diverting everybody to some poor guy in Michigan. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with all that.